Hey, good afternoon. This is for my business brokers or business brokers in trans world, but it's applicable for any small business owner. So I've talked about the rise of YouTube of late in the COVID world and the importance to have valuable content in a video format because that's a means of consumption that a lot of people use. And the average YouTube video is watched for 11 minutes. That's a lot of time to capture somebody and create some value and make an impact as a consumer or on the consumer. So what I'm going to show you now is some of the backdoor things that are important to do when you're creating a YouTube video. So I have a channel. If you have not gotten a channel, go create one. You can do it. It comes with your G Suite from your Gmail account. So this is, I'm going to go up to my profile and look at my channel. And I'm going to upload a video I just put up where I recorded some data. You're going to go to select files. I am going to pick the video I just did. Here it is. I'll load it up. Now it's loading. That's the easy part. You can do that from your phone, by the way. You want to put good copy in there. The copy is important because it is SEO'd. So I'm going to write something really quick. This video was about comps and why a buyer or seller should do a certain thing and talk to a broker every year. Knowing where your business is in the market is important. Your business has value if you prepare properly. A broker, a Transwell broker, let's do that. Uses hard data and long experience. All right, so I'm gonna go down there. Now it's loading right now. I'm gonna pick, I happen to have created all these subcategory playlists within my channel. That's gonna be important later on. So I'm gonna pick this one and this one, business brokerage and small business advice, not marketing. And then I'm gonna hit the next button. Next button is going to take me, now down here, you gotta make sure you designated it for kids or not. You should always make it not for kids, and that will become apparent in a moment why I want you to do that. See this? End screen and all add cards. When we get to the visibility and the editing function in the actual video when it's fully loaded, you're going to be able to insert a screen at the end of the video that prompts the viewer to look at other videos or channels you want them to look at, like the Deal Board podcast. And then the cards section will allow little cards to show up at the top of the video that you want them to look at potentially. So let's finish the upload and do all that. Publishing. I'm going to close that out. And there it is, right? So it's still loading. There we go. I'm going to go in here to these cards. Let me move my ugly face. I'm going to create, yeah, it's still loading. So I'm going to put some hashtags in there. Business value. I'm going to put valuation. How do I value my business? Remember, YouTube, it's how do I do this, or how and why questions. Right? And then business broker. I think I spelled that right? Yep. In Orlando. All right. Then I'm going to, because it's still loading, I'm going to go to my other options. This is super, super important. You want to put your date that you loaded it, which should be today. You can go backwards. You want to also put your location. So we talk about the Google My Business page and how important it is for you. It's super important that you assign your Google My Business page address to the video, because people search by video. Consistency across the platforms is really, really important for SEO. You want to make sure that your videos are showing up tied to your location. So if you have a Transworld office in, say, Delmarva, you could put that in there and have that video showing up tied to that address. You want to save that, right? Now there's a bunch of other stuff you can fill in. We're not going to mess with it. I do want to allow embedding, because you can take YouTube videos and stick it into your podcast. I want to go back to the basic function. You can see it's still pending because it's still loading. Once it loads, we're going to pick the end screens and we're going to pick the cards. I'm going to let it load for a bit because it's really, really super important. Over here, you can put in subtitles. It's crazy, but you can actually write the text underneath. You can put in, you can track the analytics once it's viewed and active. You can load up either images from the video itself or add your own thumbnail as the one that shows up. So let's just do that for giggles. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a Transworld logo photo, load it into the file, save it, and then let's kind of play around a little bit and see what we got. Just see if I can't get into that platform a little easier. So here it is, completed, by the way. I had done it earlier. This is how you pick end screens. You can pick a different format. I've already picked. The different options will show up here. And I picked the best video for the viewer and the most recent upload from me to pop up. So Google is watching what the viewer is looking at and prompting them with videos that meet their interests. And your most recent upload will show up here adjacent, right? So I haven't changed anything. I'm going to go back there. Now cards, I've already loaded some, but let's load another one just to show you how this works. Or maybe I didn't. Yeah, I loaded one. So
hey, good afternoon, everybody. Earlier today,
stop the pause so you're not listening to me twice. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add a playlist. I'm going to add my listings that I've loaded. And then I'm going to add a channel. And you can see I've been in here before doing it. So the channel for Andy's podcast shows up, and I'm going to write, check out the podcast, and I'm going to write, #1 business broker, and create the card. Now, as that loads, they're all sitting right there, these little blocks. You got to move them along the timeline to dictate when they pop up. Right? So I put 3 in. I do it about the 2-minute mark, 4.5-minute mark, and then towards the end. The deal board one was the one there. I'm going to just center it so you get peppered with it across it. And then that automatically gets saved. What I'm doing now is just creating space so I can edit these videos and get them loaded. And that one is done. So that's the same video. I'm not going to mess with it. This one is the one that's already loaded, and you can see I'm going to put my face on everything because I want people to watch it. I'm going to save it. Ooh, got to go back in there real quick and put some hashtags. Right, what are the ones we use? Business broker, Orlando. What is my business worth? Valuation. How do I value my business? Right, then I'm going to save it. So that then becomes a live video on YouTube.
hey, good afternoon, everybody. Earlier today, I was
like it, of course, get some stuff moving, and then share it across all my social media platforms. I put it on my blogger, It's as simple as that. And bam, it's on my blog. All right. And I can put it on LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. And now it's out there for all the world to see. So that is how you edit, load, and properly SEO your YouTube channel. All right. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Sydney or text me 321-287-0349. Feel free to call or shoot me an email, mike@tworld.com.